to you guys. It's Density here today, and I'm going to be here to show you a video on my top 3 reasons to play Maplestory 2. So we'll start off right away is just the MMO atmosphere. And that's pretty much the biggest key to fun in online games and why I love games ever since so much. I started 10 years ago and played the original Maplestory. I mean, this is implemented in a bunch of games, but Maplestory's level, I think it's much more astonishing. And of course, keep in mind that Maplestory itself gives off a unique experience over Maplestory, so it's completely different. The fact that you can ascend and fly on mounts, and get on a ground mount. Not my most favorite, but you get the point. There's just a lot of way to travel. And then of course there's a few examples as to why this MMO atmosphere is pretty awesome. So party dungeons where you can group up with a certain number of people to complete tasks, or at least in this case for now it's just to beat up elite mobs in the dungeon itself, and then fight the final boss and get super fat rewards. And then, of course, sometimes you'll, of course, bump into people and they'll friend you, and that's where you can meet others and start grouping up with them commonly, or more usually, and enjoy the game together. However, at this time, there's only just 50 dungeons. I mean, sorry, not 50 dungeons, a couple of level 50 dungeons, and then there's a raid. Obviously, there will be more content when the official game comes through, so I'm pretty sure we all can't wait for that, and when that does come, will be giving much more fun. And then going on to the next thing is, I would say hunting in groups, or at least partying up together with others. Much similar to having groups in dungeons, but then you can grind out and fight mobs together that are challenging. There are elite mobs, and then there are also world bosses that you can participate in to get trophies for one, to get rewards as well, and just a whole lot of whack load of stuff that you can do. So another example that I could give to you guys is events. So I mean, back in Maplestory itself, when there were Christmas holidays or New Year's or other celebratory events, it offered us a range of things to do, and it got us to engage with other people, and then of course with some of the time spent on your day to get some memorable items, and of course to enjoy the festival itself as well. And ultimately, I think the music, when it comes down to events, or at least celebratory events or holidays, is just the music. So the music overall, in my opinion, touches the soul, so makes it much more bright for us to play the game. And of course you can keep track of events or news right here, so if you ever wonder what that tab does, that's what it does. And yeah, so these are the 3 main features that I think that stand out the most to me. Obviously there's just a bunch more, and I've yet to explore it, so pretty sure we're all waiting for official to come out. This is actually the last day I'm doing this video on, and I figured it'd probably give you guys a rough idea for those who didn't get to try it. And yeah, pretty sure official itself will probably come out pretty soon, so it's not too far away from now. Alright, okay, so number 2 is artwork, which is one of my most favorite qualities that the game has to offer. So in my opinion, the game itself is crazy cute, blocky, and has a good choice of vibrant colors. And then maps themselves are designed to give a different feel to the game in a multi-dimensional world. I mean, if you take a look at the variety of mounts that they have, you can ascend and descend, just like I mentioned earlier. And I could show you. Let me move over to some place. So, just 1 second.
Hey, air taxi!
So right now, you can see I use some merits to go and travel. I hope that they have an option. Maybe I'll have to submit it into feedback to use Mesos or Mesos. or maybe just don't know how to disable merits from having to spend it. So right now I can ascend, and then I can also use the ladder itself and climb. I can also climb on walls and hug walls, like a little ninja, and flip on other sides of the walls. Now, I don't think you can actually clip onto the wall from the backside, so you end up falling. But then, when you fall, you don't actually die or anything, so it's fancy. As you can see, I'm climbing and I don't even know where I'm at. Alright. And then, other features that I look at are as well is just that there's a good majority of mobs and monsters that tie back into Maplestory itself, like these curse eyes that down there, you see them. There are also other new mobs that I've never seen before, but I mean, that leaves it to you guys. I'm not going to spoil it. So you'll see them as you explore the map. And you can hear in this background music that there's some resemblance of that from Maplestory as well, but just tuned up to sound a lot better in my opinion. And then the last thing is that there's such a deep admiration going into the animation effects that they put into mounts and interactive objects. So I'll fly back. This is probably the
air taxi.
worst costing thing that I've done, but just to show you guys. So there are houses. I'm probably sure you've seen videos or maybe even streams. So if I can find that house again, let's see. I don't remember, but here we go. So this is the house. Trophy and portals. So this guy, given that things are free to use, there's just a whole lot of stuff this guy set up. There's probably other houses that I don't notice, but this helps you get trophies, and well, it's one part of the CBT events where you use or interact with objects. So let's see, characters bouncing on a trampoline. I don't even know that there's a miter saw hub. A drill, a tub that you can get into, ore miner that really doesn't do anything. Yeah, just a lot of nice mini animation. I mean, check me out showering right now with my outfit on, so it's getting soaked good. And as you can see, there's just a bunch of trophies popping in and out. Alright, so moving on to number 3 is our progression, or my last reason. Leveling up being a super fun thing for us, where we get to get more skills to use, to see the neat animations pop up, and deal much higher damage. So giving us a variety to play with. And then there's obviously gear, of course. All of us love to maximize gear and make it the best we can, so we can wreck monsters and show off our stats and whatnot. And in my opinion, the sense of progression in this game won't get boring as the game just keeps on updating. So that's that. And then we've also got daily missions. So earlier I just completed one which I hung up on a ladder for 1 minute and I got some experience points. So I mean, they're really nice basic tasks that you can do and you can add up and gives you a good sense of accomplishment. And then there's of course obviously dailies. I mean, sorry, I already mentioned dailies, but there's dungeons. So dungeons, if I can remember, also shows you a reward track, and you can find parties or auto queue basically, and do raids as well. The reason I can't do this is because my gear score isn't up there just yet for some reason. And yeah, so those are pretty much my 3 remarks. Hoping to leave you guys a better grasp on this MMO. And of course, this game itself, in my opinion, will pretty much make me feel fulfilled. So when I play it, I think there's a lot to do. And if you guys have any questions or comments, leave it into the comment section below. And if you like the video, like it. And also forget to mention that Maplestory 2 itself is a pretty good game to start on if you're fresh onto or new into the MMO world. So give it a shot, and yeah, it'll be a blast.